Hi, this is Attila 16 for the 8 Your Game channel, and this is the video commentary for the Shadowgrounds Survivors gameplay video number 1. Shadowground is a third-person shooter where you see your character from above, and usually that's kind of game that I don't like. But the Shadowground mini-series is actually one that I did enjoy a lot. And I will say that's because it has a funny story and the enemies are cool to fight. The visual of the game are nice. They are not too realistic and it doesn't aim to be the most amazing graphic ever, but they do the job very well. And especially when it comes to how the flashlights work and all the visual effect with light and explosion. It just looked good, and it really doesn't require the best computer to run that game, and that's a very big advantage over many games. The game also contained a lot of destructible stuff and a fairly believable physics, and it's a lot of fun to blow up stuff and see your enemies fly all around. In Shadowground Survivor, you control three different characters. One guy is a marine, and he has really a style of gameplay which remind you of Marine from the Aliens series. And the second character is a kind of engineer which is half drunk and use a machine gun and flamethrower. And the third character is a scout, and she really does remind me of a ghost from StarCraft. The enemies are a kind of a cybernetic enemy alien race, and most of them reminds me of StarCraft universe with enemies that spit on you and many kind of insect type Zerg, but they are of course not Zergs. You also have some aliens which are cyborgs with rocket launcher, laser launcher, electricity launcher, and stuff like that, which remind me a little of the Quake universe. In clear, the artistic style of this game really is diversified and reminds you of plenty of universe you went in other games. But really, what is fun about it is that it's kind of it really put you at an environment, an atmosphere of a colony which is under attack by hordes of alien, and you must survive through all that nightmare. And it's really well done. The environment are diversified, and it's visually good, and the music is fun, and you can even play a two-player on the same computer if you have a controller. Another player can play another character, but some people say it's a little confusing. I did not personally try it, but I'm sure it may worth it for some people. And Shadowground Survivor is the second title of the series. The original let you play one character and it's just focus on him. You can also play a two-player with in the original. But what is special about Shadowground Survivor is that it had a kind of survivor mode in which you are locked in a place and you must survive horde after horde of aliens, and it can be very challenging to survive a long time. And there is an high score, and you can go on the official forum and compare yourself to the other people that already did. But it seemed a little dead because nobody played that game anymore since it's a fairly old game. but it's still worth it if you never tried it. And by now, it's very cheap. You just have to check the want more link in the description to see a good price for it if you're interested. But I also invite you to search the demo because I really think that's kind of game that nobody knows that deserve a little attention. And this game is really good in this type of game. With the survivor mode, you can enjoy more than the campaign in this game. And it's a little sad that there's no internet multiplayer, especially in co-op, because I think this game will have been great in co-op, and it will have worth it to have a multiplayer co-op for that game. And with the map editor, it will have be fun to have a modding community around this game, and it could have provided hours of fun in a survivor mode, especially if you have a couple of player, up to 4 player, it will have be fun. And since during the summer there's not many game that are interesting, exploring such old game may be a good opportunity to have fun at cheap price. That's why I think I'll show you guys some of my older games and comment on them, telling you if it's worth it or not. And especially now with internet distribution and all the ways to buy old games, it's very easy to find old gem that you did not try before. And it's not because a game is old that it's no good. And actually, many of the older games are much better than the newer one because they are more challenging sometimes, and or they are simply more simple, and there's less chance that those games are a concept that evolved all wrong, like many new games where you see that there is the basis that was established many years ago, but they include a new concept or they push concept so much that it kind of ruined the game experience. So even with high technology and shiny graphic, the games turn out to be no fun at all. While when you check a game such as Shadowgrounds Survivors, it's very simple and it's very fun, it's effective, and you have what you pay for, and there's no frustration in it. So it's really good fun, it's not expensive, and it really does worth it to check those old games, or at least bother to try the demos and judge by yourself if those games were good and if newer games are as good. So since I'm running out of time for this kind of review and editorial, I will stop here now and let you enjoy the rest of the video and keep your eyes open for future one.